That breaking news is out of Plant City this evening, where police say they are looking for the shooter in a quadruple homicide.
Police are now asking for people in that area to check surveillance cameras for clues.
Yes, police say they found a woman and her 2 children in this lot. They also found the children's grandmother on Burton Street, which is not too far from this area. Now, I spoke to a neighbor that did not want to go on camera, who says that he saw a woman visibly upset Sunday morning walking down the street. He later then found a body in this lot.
So we have a very sad situation coming out of Plant City, Florida, which is actually not far from me. We have 4 people that were found deceased. 1 was at one location, 3 was at the other location. Wait till you find out who was all involved. Now, I know it's on the news, but the media is not telling you everything. So I'm going to tell you everything. I'm going to tell you who likely is the suspect. I'm going to tell you the victims. I'm going to tell you the locations of where it happened at as well. So stay tuned, Fugitive TV. Welcome to Fugitive TV. I am your host, Ray Marcel. And what we do is we take a look at cases, and we take a look at cases of either missing individuals, true crime that needs maybe a deeper dive or a different perspective. Now, you see, I was once a fugitive on the run from the law myself. I ran for 15 years, lived in different countries with different names. And it was after I committed some white collar crime and I turned myself in. Now I have this YouTube channel. I help family members locate missing individuals, even locate fugitives that need to be brought to justice. Because why? I was successful at it. I know exactly how to do it. So I know exactly what they're doing. Well, today we're going to talk about a case out of Plant City, which is actually not far from me. Plant City, Florida is a town that is actually east of Tampa, okay? Probably about 30 minutes east, depending on what part of Tampa you're coming from. So it's in between Tampa and Orlando, if you want to get a mental image of it. So it's in between Tampa and Orlando. Now, this happened Sunday, and we're going to read an article on this too, a couple articles. There was 4 family members, okay? So sad. 4 family members, all found unalived. Now, here in YouTube world, when you're a smaller channel like mine, I can't use the MURDER word, or the video gets flagged. It doesn't go out to the masses and things like that. So until I can become a bigger channel, please like and subscribe. I've just reached 25,000 subscribers in the past year. I am one of the fastest growing true crime channels on the YouTube sector. So thank you so much for that. So let's get this to 30,000. Thank you. Then hey, hopefully I can take the filter off soon. But 4 individuals were found unalive. Now, like I said, YouTube doesn't like certain things. So this also involves minors. So I have to dance around a little bit when it comes to them. All right. Well, each 4 victims were found with GSWs, GUN shot wounds. Okay, now I don't know if they were to the head, body, that part I don't know. We're gonna read a couple articles. Let's see if it tells us that. But I do not know that where the wounds are located at. But I do know the individuals were found at different locations. Now, what happened was the grandmother was found at one house. All right. Now, the house she was found at, we're going to talk about that. All right. And then her daughter, all right, who was 28 years old. And we're going to talk about their names too. She was found a few blocks down, a few streets down. And I'm going to show you the neighborhood, all right, through Google Maps. But she was found a few streets down. And she wasn't by herself when they found her. She was with her little ones, okay? Very sad and very, very sad. So I'm going to read a couple of these articles. And then after we read the articles, I'm going to tell you a little more information I found out by speaking to some people who live in the area.
Now, the Plant City Police Department says that they found a 28-year-old woman on this street, along with a 4-month-old and a 4-year-old. A 4th child was also at the scene, but not physically hurt.
All right, so this one's by WESH. It says grandmother, mother, and child, and you can see right there what it says, okay? 2 different homes. Now, it says 2 different homes, but I'm going to explain to you, okay? Because these articles and what the news is putting out is a little misleading. says 3 generations of family living in Plant City, residing at 2 different residences, were found with GSW wounds on Sunday, according to the police department. The Plant City Police Department is investigating the deaths as a homicide. Officers responded to the first home in the 300 block of West Trevor Street, where they found 4 individuals, according to and it says according to PCP. They messed up actually on here. According to PCB. So it's Plant City Police Department is what they told everybody. So the first victim, wasn't even a year old. Wasn't even a year old. 4 months. That's what we're talking about. 4 months. That's it. All right. Next one was 4. And both of them were found with those wounds. So sad. And then the mother, who was 28-year-old mother, was alive when officers arrived and was transported to a nearby hospital. Now, the mother's name is Haley. From what I saw, Haley Dempsey. All right. I don't know the kids' names. Even if I knew, I wouldn't release them because they're minors. But Haley Dempsey, I believe, is the mother. When I did my research and background, it says during the investigation, officers were led to a second home in Plant City in the 900 block of North Burton Street, where the children's 55-year-old grandmother was also found unalived at the scene. We're going to get into the grandmother's name too, because I have her name. All right. She was also found, with a weapon wound. So detectives are looking to the community for help in investigation. Residents and nearby businesses are being asked to check surveillance and doorbell footage. Anyone with any information is urged to contact PCPD at 813-763-3316. All right. So we have this one right here. This is from WFLA. I do a lot of reporting from WFLA. So WFLA says authorities are investigating a homicide that left 4 people unalived on Sunday, spanning multiple locations in Plant City. Officers with Plant City Police Department responded to a disturbance in the 300 block of West Trevor Street. At the scene, officers said they found the bodies of and I told you about the youngest one, then 4, having sustained weapon wounds. They were pronounced unalived at the scene. According to police, the 28-year-old mother, who was Haley, of both children, was still alive when they arrived, but she later passed after being taken to a nearby hospital. So she was actually alive. There's another child was found at the scene, but did not appear to be injured. So there was another little one there, but that one ended up getting away. All right. It says Jody Cott. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Jody Cott, who lives in the neighborhood where this occurred, spoke to reporters detailing the events of the morning, saying that she was awoken by two fires from a weapon around 7 a.m. My neighbor informed me that what he had found was a lady and her kids have been, unfortunately hit right here in the driveway next door. And we're going to take a look at that, okay? The location, like I said. When asked if she knew the family, Ka said that she did not. And while she believed them to be from the neighborhood, they were not from that street, which we're going to talk about. During the investigation, officers were led to a second location at the 900 block of North Burton Street, where a 55-year-old woman, the mother of the 28-year-old woman, was found unalive from the wounds as well. So I have to go to a third article because I don't know why they do this. I have no idea why one article will give you a little more details. The other one will give you hardly any. Then the next one will give you everything. I don't know. But this should have been in both of the articles I read before. So it says police are seeking the public's help, asking for security from the area around 5:30 a.m. to 7 a.m. So they have a time frame when all this happened. The police department said that some of the victims traveled on foot and that investigators are seeking video of the woman walking with the 3 little ones. So we're going to get into that, all right?
It's beyond my capacity to even think about children and a mother. And now that I hear a grandmother a couple of streets over, it's just, I don't have that capacity, I guess, to think about why somebody would do that to a person, let alone children. I don't understand.
All right, so now that you know kind of the basic things of what happened, the basic details, we're going to get into the actual real, stuff that the media is not telling you. So like I said, the mother was Haley. Okay. She was the mother of the kids that was with her. Now her mom, the 55-year-old woman, her name was Valerie. All right. Now I know how they're saying two different locations. Even one article said two different residences. No, what happened was Haley lives at the residence on Burden. Okay. So she lives at that one on Burden where it all started on Burden. That's where they found the grandmother. All right. And then some sort of way she ended up leaving early in the morning, took all her kids and they walked several blocks down and they ended up on Trevor Street. Then apparently they got chased down or walked down, whatever you want to call it. And the person who unalived the grandmother found them. And then what they did, unfortunately, was they took them out right there on the street. So it wasn't inside the house. It was actually literally right on the street. It happened. And then the fourth child, or the other child, the one that said that, was uninjured. Apparently that kid got away and might have ran for help or something. And very sad situation. Now, you might be wondering, like, who would have did this? Who would have did this? Well, they do have one person that they took into custody. Okay. Haley's husband, his name is Jay Dempsey. Now he was taken into custody. All right. Now, even though he was taken into custody, they released him. So they released him because they probably didn't have enough evidence against him to charge him with anything. So now the police are asking for ring surveillance footage or any sort of footage between those times of 5:30 a.m. and I believe it's 7 a.m. Might even want to look for 7:30 a.m. or 5 a.m. Just the bigger the range, the better. Okay. So a lot of the details are still a mystery at first. We don't know if Jay did it. We don't know. We don't know if he did it or if he did do it and they just can't arrest him because, there's no evidence. We don't know if there's another individual. Now, I did look at the people who lived on Burden Street. It really was just Haley, her husband. It looks like their children. I didn't see anybody else. I am still going to keep looking at this. Now, I do know there's a younger brother, but it looks like the younger brother lived with Valerie, the mom. And Valerie, the grandmother, Valerie actually owns most. Looks like she has a lot of properties. Okay. She has a lot of properties when I looked at. Now Jay looks like he works for a moving company. Okay. So he looks like he works for a moving company. Now, I don't know if he still works there, but he looked like he worked for a moving company when I did the reports. I didn't see any background criminal charges on him either. So I saw no background criminal charges. Saw that he went to college. So I don't know exactly. Like I said, I don't know if it's him. I don't know if it's another person, a love triangle. We don't know. But what would drive a person to do this? Now, there were some reports I did see. One person said that they saw her walking down the street visibly upset. Okay, so they said they saw her walking down the street visibly upset. One of the people who lived on Burton Street actually said that they saw Jay allegedly the night before, early in the morning, like 3:30 a.m., I guess, in front of the house or going into the house, where everything took place at. So meaning if he was there at 3:30, he could have been there when it all happened. We don't know. So I'm still trying to figure out more information of this. If you have any more information, you're welcome to reach out to me. I have all my information down below. I will keep your name anonymous if you like. If you want to do a remote interview or I can come to you, just let me know. But if you have anything that can help out, hey, let me know. Like I said, I will help. I'll keep you anonymous. Now, here is where it all went down. This right here is Burden Street. So it all went down here. I believe that is the home. And that's where they found the grandmother. And then Haley, took the kids and then left. So let's go to the area of where they found her at. All right. So this is where they found her, right here Okay. Literally in this area right there. Very sad. So they found her in the area. Not one of the kids did get away. So I don't know where they got away to, exactly what happened. That part is unclear. But yeah, and here is, let me show you kind of a map. You can see how far. So as you see, it started here, down here, okay, and ended up here. Now, if we were to do walking, let's see how long of a walk this would be. So it was literally an 8-minute walk. All right. So it wasn't far. It was an 8-minute walk. So she did walk those 8 minutes, but they are asking for any sort of ring cam footage or anything that can, show exactly what happened. Now, there is a Ring doorbell right across the street. Now, the father, Jay, of the children, he has been back a few times to the house since then. Some of the neighbors are fearful of him. I mean, I wouldn't blame them if, they think that he did it. Like I said, I don't know. But hey, a lot of people think it could be him. I guess we'll find out. I am going to keep you updated. My condolences go out to the family. That's so sad. 3 generations, the whole family pretty much almost gone except for one person. And that one person is going to need therapy and is going to be traumatized for the rest of their life. Very sad, very sad. My condolences go out once again to the family. Anybody have any information, you're welcome to reach out to me. I'll be your voice. This is Fugitive TV. Please like, subscribe, share. Let's get to 30,000 subscribers, okay? We just broke the 25,000 mark. Like I said, I'm one of the fastest growing channels on the YouTube sector. Not only that, I have the merch down below or to the side, depending on what device you're watching. So if you want to support the channel, you can do that or join the membership, please. That is very affordable, and I do membership only videos. It's a little more in depth on certain things, even with myself, all right? So please love one another. Take care of one another. Like, subscribe, watch out for your surroundings. Watch your surroundings. Until next time, this is Fugitive TV. I'm out.